We've got a new rule that's been put in place here tonight as the Blacktop Rivalz Series instituting a rule that once the cars hit the racetrack to get ready to take the green flag, they will only have 2 sets of tires in the pits to utilize for the race. So it'll be rather interesting, especially when you look at a track like Las Vegas last weekend, where these drivers had used up at least 2 sets of tires, if not more. So that will definitely... So just tuning in, listening in here to the drivers' meeting that's taken place, and there will be a yellow flag thrown at lap number 40. That will be our stage break for tonight.
What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GeForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GeForce TV. And down on the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that, but don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell, and anytime there's new content uploaded to GeForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GeForce channel.
To present to you round number 3 of the Blacktop Rivalz Series. So as the drivers get ready to get themselves gridded up for tonight's race, want to get a quick word here with one of our drivers that's getting ready to roll off here. Tom Senchak, he's getting ready to roll off from position number 4 tonight. Tom, you compete in tonight's race as our most recent winner. You've had a chance to celebrate for 6 days. I'm sure that had to have been pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much an Alexander Ovechkin type of celebration for the past 6 days. But we're hoping to get another one tonight, but top 5 would be nice. Not exactly sure we have the car to beat some of those guys up front, but we're going to try.
Tell us just how big a change this is with 2 sets of tires on pit road.
It's definitely a big change. I think a lot of people are going to not change at all until after the stage break, because if there's a caution somewhere down the line in the second half and you have no tires left, it's going to be a big problem. So that's probably going to be my strategy, depending on how it goes. But it is a huge, huge change.
Well, man, good luck to you. We'll see how all the strategy plays out tonight. Rolling off from P4, our most recent winner. Good luck, man.
Thanks, man. Hope to talk to you afterwards.
All right, there you go. Tom Senchak, our most recent winner here with the Blacktop Rivalz Series, after his huge win, first win with the series last week at Las Vegas. And I really think that that's going to be rather interesting tonight to see how this whole thing shakes out. So your pole sitter tonight, Claude Furland in car number 43. Accent LED on the side of that 43 machine as he'll take it away from the pole position. Jeff Cote taking a line up on the outside pole. Dale Cote, Tom Senchak. Row 2, row 3, Will LaRue, Jason Metcalf. as the iRacing Ford Mustang pace car pulls off of the racing surface. The field is in Claude Furlan's hands. He hits the hammer, and we are underway for round number 3 of the Blacktop Rivalz Series, presented by Cote Millwright Services. We've got an accident on the back straightaway right off the drop of the green flag. And I saw one car go nose first into the backstretch wall. We'll try to get eyes on that for you. I believe it may have been Larry Jackson. Yeah, he has heavy damage on the 25 machine. So Larry Jackson with a hard hit on the back chute. We'll try and get eyes on that and take a peek and see what happened. It looked like he actually was going from the back of the field and got clipped by the 27 of Donovan Price. So under our first yellow flag of the night, working lap number 2. Claude Furlan, your early race leader aboard the 43. Jeff Cote taking a line up alongside him in position 2 for the restart. So Jason Metcalf running in position number 4 aboard the 29 car. Currently running in position number 4. lights have been extinguished on the iRacing Ford Mustang pace car. We'll get things ready to go back to the green flag next time off of turn number 4. It's going to be pretty much the same restart, other than the advancement of Jason Metcalf, who's clawed his way 2 positions right off the drop of that green flag. One car that did not get a very good initial start was the 8 of Tom Senchek. He dropped from 4th back to 6th here. That's where he will start for the restart. But I gotta say, the Mini Mechanic sponsored 14 and 59 of Jeff and Dale Cote, boy, they have had a good run here qualifying tonight. Qualifying 2nd and 3rd, that's where they run on the racetrack. Let's see how this goes here as they get ready to come back to the green. This time off of turn number 4, Furland will set the pace here. Boy, Furland has been so good in each and every round here so far. We're going to ride on board with him here for the restart. Furland gets to the restart zone, hits the trigger, and what a restart for Furland, as he will jump out to 2 car lengths into turn number 1. And Jason Metcalf, I'm telling you, look at that 29 car of Metcalf trying to get a run here on Dale Cote, but look at the 55 of Willaroo, and now we got a battle for the lead. Jeff Cote slides down to the inside into turn number 3. Battle for position number 1 up on top of the chart, and it's going to be Furland as they put lap 6 on the board. But now here go the Cotes, battling it out here. Jeff and Dale into turn number 1. Boy, those cars look almost exactly alike as we have got a yellow flag. Caution lights are back on once again here on lap number 6. So a race last week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway that saw a very lengthy green flag run. That's not going to be the case here tonight, as we have had 2 yellows in the first 7 laps here tonight. And I'm thinking Kyle Rochelle may have gotten... Oh, we had 1 car sitting broadside in the middle of the racetrack as the leaders came by. That was a little bit of a scary moment. I believe Kyle Rochelle got a piece of the incident here that put us under the yellow flag. And actually, I think Rochelle's incident was after the yellow flag. Keeping an eye on your leaders, and boy, that was a rather interesting... we had an incident that put us under the yellow flag, and then afterwards there was a second incident, and that was what Rochelle had gotten involved with. But nonetheless, yellow flag on the racetrack for the 2nd time tonight. Keeping an eye on the leaders. I don't anticipate we'll see them hit the pit lane this early, as we're now officially 8 laps on the board. And let's take a peek here. And that is the 09. Gets into the wall coming off of turn number 4, and then just loses it going into turn 1. And then there's a car there with him. That was a rather weird turn of events. Todd Seaborn in the 09. And then the incident with Kyle Rochelle was the 09 of Seaborn, who pulled up in front of the field as the field was coming by. And here's the look at that. I kind of caught this out of the corner of my eye as the leaders came through. Look at Seaborn back up into the racetrack, trying to get back going. And then the back end comes out from underneath him, and Kyle Rochelle nowhere to go. Kevin Ridley, how did he miss that? And then Sylvan Jolie in the 08 make pretty significant contact there with Rochelle in the 01. So a wild turn of events here, as Rochelle right now sits on pit road making repairs to his 01. The DBI Construction Consultants sponsored 01 ride. Not a great night, or not a great start to his night. Wow. Another car hitting pit lane as well. Looks like the 35 of Adam Ross in the Put It Out There. Adam out there, GeForce TV sponsored 35 machine. Matter of fact, let's see if we can't dial up. See if we can't dial up Adam Ross here. And I don't see him here, so we will not dial him up. Believe they'll get the one to go signal coming around this time by, so why don't we bring in we'll bring in Jeff Cote here for a second and get a word with him. Jeff, running second, you guys qualified incredibly tonight in that 14 and 59 cars. You guys have got a great chance at it here tonight.
Yeah, we had a good qualifying. I don't know what will happen on long green flag runs, but we'll see. I mean, the car will probably get tight, but we'll loosen it up in the pits and we'll see what happens.
Tell us about this new rule this week with 2 sets of tires. How much is that really going to change up the strategy for you guys tonight?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of drivers will be on different strategies. We'll see which guy will be there at the end. I don't know. Well, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, man. Well, good luck to you here on this restart. You look like you had a really good car firing off on the restart.
Yeah, we'll try to take the top spot.
All right. There you go, our second place running car number 14. That's Jeff Cote. Getting ready for the restart here, this time off of turn number 4. Claude Ferland. The AccentLED.com, LED-light.us. Sponsored 43. Ran in the top 3 all night long last week at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And on a track here at the Texas Motor Speedway, similar in size and shape, Ferland finds himself in the top spot here once again. Coming to our second restart of the night, coming to the restart zone. Pace car is pulled off of the racetrack and Ferland hits the gas, and another great restart for Claude Ferland. Green lights are on. We're back underway here at Texas. Oh, look at Jeff Cote getting a run down to the bottom. You could see it coming off of turn 2. Cote's down to the inside. That's a great race for the lead. Oh, they almost made contact in turn 3. Ferland will hold on to the lead, but Cote's not done yet. Cote taking the short way around the racetrack. Let's see if he gets that same run off of turn 2 that he did last time. It sure looks like he is, as he draws up to the back bumper of Ferland off of turn 2. Meanwhile, great race going on behind them as well, as Will LaRue is taking over position number 3, just ahead of Dale Cote and Jason Metcalf. And now Will LaRue starting to go after your second place car, Jeff Cote. Last season here at Texas, it was all LaRue Esports drivers in the top 3, as Alex LeBay picked up the win in the very first Rivalz Blacktop Series race that was broadcast here on GeForce TV. And right now the LaRue cars look strong, as here comes Will LaRue going after Jeff Cote for position number 2. You see that on the left-hand side of your screen. And now we'll go full screen with that, as LaRue lost a car length and a half to Cote that time off of turn number 2. Dale Cote continues to run in 4. And then a battle starting to shape up behind those guys, as Jason Metcalf's got company. That's the one of John Schweikart. As now Will LaRue takes a peek again down to the inside of Cote into turn number 1. Let's see if LaRue can make it happen. And he will. That's the difference I've seen so far with Will LaRue's car versus Jeff Cote. Cote wasn't able to make that car stick all along the bottom. As now the battle shapes up here for position number 4, and that is Metcalf. Metcalf underneath of Dale Cote, and he'll take the spot. And he's trying to bring John Schweikart with him. And just behind them, last week's winner in the 8, that is Tom Senchak. Great race here for positions 4, 5, 6, and 7. All 4 of those cars under a blanket here to turn number 3. Metcalf will hold on to 4. Schweikart's broken into the top 5 for the first time tonight after starting 8. And now Senchak gets underneath the Dale Cote. Boy, Cote got hung out to dry on the outside lane as he'll lose 3 spots. And now Brad just ahead of them as we see Schweikart taking a peek underneath the Metcalf. We'll watch the left-hand side of your screen. That's the battle for the lead. That is Will LaRue going after Claude Ferland, and on the right side of your screen, we just saw John Schweikart make a pass of Jason Metcalf. So the LaRue Esports cars starting to make their march toward the front. 18 laps complete, 62 to go. And remember, we'll have a stage break at lap number 40 where the top 10 cars will get stage points to add to their season total. As now Schweikart is underneath the Jeff Cote. Oh, that's a good battle there. And now we've got 2 battles as Schweikart gets by Cote. Senchak will get by Metcalf. So now it's Ferland, LaRue, Schweikart, Cote, Senchak, your top 5. Taking a look out back from the 55 of Will LaRue as he is all over Claude Ferland here. And this is always an interesting part of a run here, just past halfway of when we expect we might see these guys hit the pit lane. 20 laps are now complete, and it's always interesting as a run goes on to see whose car is a good long run car versus cars that fire off so well off of their start and the restarts. Ferland has been good all night long. Doesn't matter, start, restart, he has been good. But Will LaRue seems to really be turning it on here late in this tire fuel run as he'll draw up to the back bumper of Ferland down the back straightaway. LaRue happy enough with tucking in line. Now he'll poke the nose down to the inside. Battle for the lead into turn 3. And off of turn 4, you've got a new race leader. Here comes Will LaRue. So Will LaRue, your second race leader here on lap number 22. Give the first 21 to Ferland. Many of those being under the yellow flag as well, as we had 2 quick cautions at the beginning of this race. Now it's been a nice green flag run here, so this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see when the strategy starts taking place here. Again, if you missed the beginning of the broadcast, we've got a new rule this week. Only 2 sets of tires. Normally, like in the race that we saw last weekend, you would have seen these guys come down the pit lane every 20 laps or so to get tires and fuel. Not the case tonight. Only 2 sets of tires in the pit lane, and you've got to manage those throughout the race. And it's going to really make the strategy at the end of the race tonight very, very interesting. A couple of cars duking it out here for position. Looks like one of those is Steve Arvesay in the 3. He's battling with Michael Ligori in the 24. Oh, look out. They made contact there coming out of the tri-oval as they will now take it into turn number 1, and Arvesay will hold on to the spot. Arvesay in the Discount Tire sponsored number 3. Oh, that was a close call for those guys. Blacktop Rivals Series presented by Cote Millwright Services. Here with you from the Texas Motor Speedway. John Schweikart is taking over position number 2 away from Claude Ferlin. So put the LaRue Esports cars 1 and 2 now on your leaderboard. And Schweikart, now Senchek all over the gas. Coming off of turn 4, and boy, Ferlin's car is definitely started to die off a little bit here. The tires are worn on that 43. And as much as they slide these B cars here, boy, the tires just get chewed up like a cheese grater. As we're now 26, coming up on 27 laps into this opening fuel and tire run. Question is going to be, when are these guys going to pit for the first time tonight? I think we're approaching it here shortly, so before these guys get ready to hit the pit lane, I think we'll take this opportunity to take care of a little bit of business here on the Blacktop Rivals Series. We're coming to you live from the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. Pit stops upcoming when we come back.
This GeForce TV broadcast is brought to you by Northern Performance, Canada's largest stocking dealer of Hawk Performance brake pads. From street pads to race compounds, Northern has you covered. For free shipping Canada-wide, shop online 24/7 at northernperformance.ca.
What makes a trailer a Miska? Is it the heavy-duty Canadian steel they're made from? Or is it the exceptional finish that will last year after year? How about knowing that these are the best back trailers in the industry? These are the reasons you buy Miska. So what makes these trailers a Miska? It's the hard-working Canadians who craft them. We are Miska. We are Canadian tough.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave sausages and street dogs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
Back here at the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. Pit stops here started on lap number 28, 29, and now 30 as the leader will come down the pit lane. That is Claude Ferlin. He is in his pit box. 4 tires and fuel is the call for Claude Ferlin. Tom Senchek was the first of your lead lap cars to come down pit road on lap number 28. That was a 4 tire and fuel stop for Senchek. Let's see if it'll pay off here with a little bit of strategy. As right now shown as your race leader, the 35 of Adam Ross. We'll pick up Ross as he comes off at turn number 2. And boy, he has a lot of fun racing here with the Blacktop Rivals Series. And I know his buddies on Rivals Race Chat like to tease him and poke him in the ribs a little bit. But right now, Adam Ross is leading this race here at Texas. Mannix Richer right now running in position number 2. Steve Arvise running in 3. Donovan Price 4. Brandon Feeney right now the top 5. The first car in line of your lead lap cars that pitted is Will LaRue in the 55. So he would retain the race lead once everybody cycles out, as we just had a few cars hit the pit lane in the top 5, moving LaRue up to 4th. And I think this is the battle for the lead, as Ross battling here with the 72. Oh, that is Alexander Labrosse. Cote will go by. Michael Ligori, and now these cars passing Ross. These are all cars with fresh tires right now. So definitely a difference in speed without a doubt, but a nice run here. And a nice run to hang their cap on. as you see more cars with fresh tires passing by. Just to give you the comparison, Ross is going into turn number 1 right now. In the 35, Will LaRue, who we expect to take over the race lead, just crossed the start-finish line. So we are 34 laps into this one. 80 laps is the distance. And boy, if Adam Ross could hold on here, could possibly be your race leader here at the stage break coming up on lap number 40. And that would pay a whopping 10 stage points to go to the championship total. And when it comes down to determining who gets in the playoffs and who doesn't, I know that Adam came down the pit road after an incident on the track, but boy, the strategy played right into his hand here, coming up on that lap 40 stage break. The gap between Ross and LaRue last time by was 11.2 seconds. We'll check on it now. LaRue is in 3 and 4 right now. Ross just hit the start-finish line. And that gap is 9.8 seconds. John Schweikart of the lead lap cars would be running in position number 2 as Ross continues to stay on track. Schweikart running in 3rd right now, but of the lead lap cars that pitted, he would be 2nd in line, and just behind him aboard the 8 is Tom Senchek. Senchek, last week's winner from the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Aboard car number 8, you see him right there in the screen, right behind Schweikart. The lead for Ross is now down to 8.4 seconds, but I think Ross is going to be able to hold on here all the way to the stage break. Once the top 10 cars go across the line, the yellow flag will be displayed for tonight's stage break at lap 40. As we are now 39 laps on the board, 2 away from the yellow. Claude Ferlin, Jeff Cote, the rest of the top 5 cars. Oh, and Ross has got to come down pit road. I don't think he had enough fuel to make it the whole way to the stage break. And that's going to give the lead of the race back to Will LaRue here at lap number 39. Oh, a tough break there for Ross. I don't think he had enough petrol. I think he ran it right out of gas. Yeah, that car was dead as he came down the pit lane. It just now refired as he's being refueled. Oh, that's a tough break, but a good run. Strategy kind of played into his hand there for a little bit. But Will LaRue, your race leader, comes across the line to put lap number 40 on the board. So as soon as the top 10 cars get across the line, and there it is, yellow flag being displayed. Caution is out here on lap number 40. Claude Ferlin and Jeff Cote got around John Schweikart and Tom Senchek. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but they got around Schweikart and Senchek just before the yellow flag. So that will complete stage number 1. When we come back, we'll have the completion of tonight's 80-lapper from the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. You are watching the Blacktop Rivalz Series presented by Cote Millwright Services.
A guy like this, who relies on his truck for work, knows that his truck will take care of him, that he takes care of his truck. And WeatherTech has always been the ultimate protection. From floor liners to no-drill mud flaps, to tech liner for your truck bed, to bump step, to the handy under-seat storage system. And Cup Foam keeps phones secure in any cup holder. Order your ultimate protection today at WeatherTech.ca.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave Chicken Wings. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
This GeForce TV broadcast is brought to you by Northern Performance, Canada's largest stocking dealer of Koni shock absorbers. From street shocks to adjustable race dampers and even truck shocks, Northern has you covered. For free shipping Canada-wide, shop online 24/7 at northernperformance.ca.
To the virtual Texas Motor Speedway here in Fort Worth, Texas. No Limits, Texas. Coverage, live coverage here on GeForce TV of round number 3 for the Blacktop Rivalz Series presented by Cote Millwright Services in Hanover, Ontario, Canada. And let's cover the pit stops for you here. After tonight's stage break, Will LaRue will lead the pack down the pit lane. 45 miles an hour. And he got a nice gap back there to Claude Furland. But don't forget, strategy is in effect here. Will LaRue was fuel only on his pit stop on lap number 29. And so I expect that he's going to have to take 4 tires here. Other drivers that took 4 tires on the pit stop, like Claude Furland, who's now down and away, as was Jeff Cote. And look at Mannix Richet. Sylvain Joly just behind him. Look at all these drivers who already took 4 tires, who now were able to come down the pit lane and just take fuel only. That is going to mix up the running order for sure. So let's take a look at the running order. Claude Furland, your race leader. Here aboard the 43, Jeff Cote running in second. Mannix Richet now shown in position number 3. Sylvain Joly running 4. Will LaRue right now rounds out your top 5, who was the race leader there at the stage break. Lights still on here on the iRACING Ford Mustang pace car. Another driver who's made a nice move up through the pack, Jim Smith Jr., Jamal, aboard the Jimmy Jams, number 12. Started in position number 16 tonight. He's running in 6, picked off 10 cars here. And some of that was strategy, as he was able, I believe, to take fuel only there on his pit stop. So while we have a second here, I think we'll be coming to 1 to go this time, but that'll give us an opportunity here to bring in the driver of the 12, Jim Smith Jr., running in position number 6. And Jamal, tell me about it, man. It looks like you're playing a little bit of strategy here on that pit stop. Oh, I think he may be talking on the other channel here. Yeah, he was having a conversation there with the race director, so my apologies there. Lights are off on the iRACING Ford Mustang pace car. So we will get ready to bring it back to green, this time off of turn number 4. As it'll be Furland and Jeff Cote, who started 1 and 2. At the beginning of tonight's race. And it looks like Furland will start on the inside lane. Brad, go ahead. So Claude Furland will get ready to bring him this time off of turn number 4. Boy, Mannix Richet's had a nice charge up through the pack. Started 11th, running in 3rd. Right there in that red number 6. Keep an eye on that car. As Furland brings us back to the restart zone. Green lights are back on. For some reason there, Claude Furland was shown in 2nd on the NASCAR timing and scoring. But he did beat Cote off of the pit lane. So now Furland being shown as the race leader, but for how long, we'll find out. And here we go again. Cote trying to make a move to the inside of Furlan into turn number 3, and Cote cannot get it to stick. He's had trouble with that in this race earlier tonight. He gets such a good run down the back straightaway, but when it comes to making the move and making that car stick on the inside of Furlan, he just can't do it. And now he's going to lose the second spot and maybe third because of it. So Furlan now with Will LaRue all over his backside off of turn 4. And look how LaRue rotates off of turn 4. Could not get him that time though, 24 1/1000ths of a second, but he will get him into turn 1. New race leader here into the first turn. That is Will LaRue in the LaRue Esports, number 55, and he's trying to bring his teammate with him. Oh, Schweikart, hold on to it. Oh, baby, he got a little too hot into turn number 3 and almost lost the race car. Oh, Schweikart almost brought that one home back in the box. I don't know if we can get another look at that, but my goodness, that was gnarly looking live. Woo! Close call there for John Schweikart. You'll remember Schweikart won the opening round of the Blacktop Rivalz Series, and let's take a look here on the left-hand side of your screen. Watch Schweikart into turn 3. Oh, you don't get it any looser than that and not crash. Wow. Great save there by Schweikart. And now he's even recovered to be able to take over that spot from Furlan. And Brad, as we work lap number 49, I think the difference that you're seeing right now is those 4 Dr. Feelgoods there for LaRue and Schweikart. As we watch Kevin Ridley starting to work his way up through the pack, started in 7th tonight, currently running 6th. Although he was a few positions further back than that, but he's also kind of playing a little strategy run here as we see Tom Senchek goes by Furlan. And again, I think we're starting to see the strategy play out a little bit. As Senchek also with those 4 Dr. Feelgoods. As he will get by Furlan, and now Furlan's starting to drop anchor a little bit here. And his next victim, he will fall, is to Jason Metcalf here in the 29. As Metcalf working over Furlan here in the corner. LaRue has jumped out to a 1.7 second lead. We'll see what it is this time by 1.8 seconds. Right now the battle though is for position number 4 as Metcalf down to the inside, and he will take the spot away from the 43 of Furlan. So Jason Metcalf with a good run here. Started 6th, he's now back up to 4th as they work down the back straightaway. Good racing here tonight from Texas, and we knew it would be. As now Kevin Ridley will start to work on the 43 of Furlan. Ridley in the Custom Works RC cars, Fred's Fabenfold 20X. Gonna put Furlan back another position, and for the first time tonight, score Kevin Ridley. The KSGR Racing 20 in the top 5 here. Nice and smooth on the wheel right through the middle of the racetrack. And then cutting it down to that white line to come off of turn number 4. Why don't we dial up the roof cam here for Ridley and take a lap around Texas. And you'll listen to that throttle pedal as he really works it into turn number 1. Taking care of those tires, doing a nice job. Back on the throttle all the way down the back straightaway. Let's see what he does in turn 3. They were flat-footing it through 3 and 4 during qualifying, and he feathers it a little bit, but on the gas quite a bit. I mean, I'd say that's 75 to 85% gas pedal through the corner. And now we'll go inside the race car with Ridley. And let's check those RPMs as he gets down into turn 3. Let's watch him down the back chute. Absolutely 8,200 RPM into turn number 3. Now it'll be interesting to see what it is when he gets to turn number 1 though, because turn number 1 is probably where the RPMs would end up being the highest. Let's watch. 83, yeah, tickled 84. They're able to use a lot more gas through 3 and 4 than they are in 1 and 2. Turn 1, you really got to pedal it just a little bit. And I'm sure some of that is them trying to take care of the tires. But here in 3 and 4, they're off the gas, but quickly right back on it. Brad, this is a really, really fun racetrack to navigate around. And even though these guys are single file right now, you got to know they're having a ball out there.
Yeah, Texas is one of those tricky tracks with a new configuration. Here through 1 and 2, it changes the entire line of 1 and 2. You have to drive both ends of the corners, or both ends of the speedway. It's almost like a Darlington. You have to drive both ends of the raceway different. 3 and 4 is a lot of flat footing. Maybe just to crack the throttle just a little bit to keep the car underneath you to save some tire. And then turns 1 and 2, depending on what kind of race car you've got, you can either go up high like Kevin's doing, or you can cut it down to the bottom, right to the white line. He's going to get a nice exit on the corner here. A little loose coming off there, right there behind the car in front of him. A little bit of dirty air there, but Texas is definitely a high-speed, treacherous racetrack.
Well, while we were watching Ridley there, we had a close call with your race leader in 2nd and 3rd down. Oh, Schweikart's down to the apron. Holy cow, Schweikart's trying to hold on to it. Senchek is going to go by. The lap cars really played a factor there. The car down all the way to the inside portion of the racetrack there was in the grass as Schweikart came up on him. Schweikart had to go all the way to the apron of the racetrack, and Senchek was able to get by. Schweikart now back to the outside of him. Wow. Very tense moments as we put 60 on the board, 20 laps to go. Let's take a look at that again. Brad Ovens in the 3-9 production studio got a great look at it for us here. There's that car that clipped the grass. He's trying to get down to the inside of the racetrack, but that was where Schweikart committed to go. He got down on the apron, chased the car all the way back up the racetrack, but that allowed Senchek to get by, and that was all Senchek needed. Just a little bit of an opportunity, and he was able to skate on by. Now, there are some cars that will likely still have to make one more stop here. So as we start to close in on nearly 15 laps to go here, let's get our final break out of the way, and we will bring you live coverage all the way to the checkered flag here from the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. Stay tuned. You're watching round 3 of the Blacktop Rivalz Series, presented by Cote Millwright Services.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave Ribs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
First source for all things cars, parts, and accessories for your winged sprint car. Whether it's the Action Tour Sprints or the 360 Sprint cars, nobody has more experience or more laps than those at the Ohsweken Speedway Race Source, located right on the property of the Ohsweken Speedway. Welcome back to the virtual Texas Motor Speedway. Final pit stops of the night underway. And Schweikart, Brad, looked like he had some trouble coming into the pit lane as guys are making their way in for their final pit stop of the night. The very first car that came down pit road was the 6 of Mannix Richey. We'll get another look at it here. And Schweikart, oh baby, hold on to her. Trying to get her woed up, heavy on the brake. And boy, when you get heavy on the brake like that, it wants to come right out from underneath you.
Man, I can tell you too, I hope he had tires after that, because if he locked them up and flat spotted any of those tires, he could be in some real trouble here.
Oh, absolutely. Again, only 2 sets of tires for these. Oh, and the yellow flag is going to come out. Oh, caution lights are on here with 15 to go. One car with heavy damage there on the back straightaway. I don't know if that was the cause for the caution or not, but... And looking at Schweikart's pit stop, Brad, it was 4 tires and fuel for Schweikart. But Tom Senchek now will be shown as the race leader. Kevin Ridley runs in second. They had not made their pit stops yet. Oh, wow. One car almost made big contact with your leaders here as they took the yellow. Oh, and Brad, this is going to catch multiple cars. There are at least 10 cars a lap down to the field right now. Senchek, Kevin Ridley, Alexander Labrosse, Brandon Feeney in the 38, the only cars on the lead lap right now. As now Senchek and Ridley will make their way down the pit lane. 45 miles an hour is pit road speed. And for Tom Senchek, a critical stop here. Senchek will bring it into the pit box. Again, you've got to hit that pit box just perfectly. Right side tires going on for both Ridley and Senchek. Left side tires also going on, so it'll be 4 tires and fuel here for the final pit stop. Ridley down and away, and it's going to be a race off of the pit lane. Senchek looks like he's going to beat him to the line. But that was close. Wow. So I believe the cause for the caution is going to be a blown engine. Oh, no, that would be it right there. Dale Cote. Contact. That was the car we saw with all the damage. All right, so that's the cause for the caution. Cote got into the back of Senchek. Donovan Price did have a motor expire, although that was not the cause for the caution. As we work lap 68, 12 laps to go. And you're riding on board here with Senchek as Cote, trying to make a move, got into the back bumper. Senchek was able to hold on, but Cote into the outside wall and then nose first into the inside wall. And so now I believe what you're seeing is the cars that made their pit stop will now cycle back to the front of the pack. Tom Senchek being shown as the race leader. Kevin Ridley shown in position number 2. Alexander Labrosse running in 3rd. Brandon Feeney 4. And Will LaRue, who led a good majority of this race tonight in the 55, currently shown in position number 5. Well, we have to talk to this guy tonight. Let's bring him in here real quick. Kevin Ridley currently scored in position number 2. Kevin, strategy played right into your guys' hands here, and then a yellow flag perfectly timed to boot.
Oh yeah, it worked out good. I was gonna run it till as long as I could, and then pit for right sides there. But the way it worked out, we got 4 freshies here, and we're in good shape.
So you get the track position, you get the tires. Now here's the question: do you got the car for the race win?
Well, I don't know about that. I think we're a top 5 car, but Tom's pretty fast here. A few other guys are pretty fast, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll give it a shot no matter what happens. We're not going to leave anything out on the track for sure.
That 2 sets of tires for the race rule, how much did that change what you guys wanted to do here tonight?
Well, I had a plan. I was going to run the first 50 laps and save the 2 sets for the very end like this. And it's just the way it worked out. It kind of fell right in our hands.
All right, man. Good luck to you here the rest of the way.
Appreciate you guys.
Well, there you have it. Little check-in there with Kevin Ridley, who, man, boy, the strategy just fell, like he said it perfect. It fell right into their hands here tonight. And I know Senchek's got to feel the same way. We talked to him pre-race, and even he said, I think I've got a top 5 car, but I don't know if we've got the race-winning car. Boy, a couple of guys who said the same exact thing about their cars. Let's see how it's going to play out. 9 laps to go here from Texas, and Senchek with a masterful restart here brings us back to green. So Senchek jumps out to 2, almost 3 car lengths off of turn 2. Ridley will take chase on, oh, we got a wreck on the back straightaway. 1 car nose first into the backstretch wall. That was Frank Guerry Jr. in the 113, and Will LaRue got caught up in it as well. Oh, and there is heavy damage on the 55 for LaRue. The driver who led this race for a very good majority of it here tonight has got heavy damage, smoke coming out of the engine compartment, and that could be curtains for Will LaRue's night here at Texas. And it was. There it goes. The engine has expired on the 55, and that'll be it for LaRue tonight. Let's take a look at the replay. Boy, LaRue and Schweikart, boy, that pit stop and then the yellow flag coming at the worst time. Saw these guys start further back than they had all night long, and let's see what happened here. And I want to see one more angle here. Before, it looked like the back end of the 113 of Guerry started to come around off of turn 2. That was just from the one angle. You see LaRue is now in the pit stall. His night is done. Sylvain Joly will get the lucky dog here on lap number 73, and let's take a peek here. Riding on board here with Frank Guerry, the 113. Oh, that's all it took. Yeah, the back end came around. LaRue was there, but I don't believe it was contact. Of course, Guerry's car it looked like he had completed the corner, so man, tough break for both of those guys. As they didn't make just a little bit of contact, man, those cars are destroyed. And a tough break here. 73 laps, coming to 74, and we're starting to close in on the end of this race. And we're going to get one more look at it here. This is overhead from the 39 Productions drone shot. You see Guerry, the black and orange numeraled car coming off of turn 2. And, man, tough luck there. Yep. Guerry came around, and then LaRue was right there.
So basically what we're looking at here, Steven, is they come off the corner here. You're going to see Guerreri's car. You're going to see the exhaust out the right-hand side right there. Right where he was getting out of the gas as the car was starting to get loose, and Will LaRue was right there, unfortunately, nowhere to go.
Yep. It's a tough break for those guys. As that will end their night. And now we crank up the drama meter just a little bit more, as we're going to have a restart with less than 5 laps to go. And John Schweikart was able to claw his way up to 5th before that yellow flag came out. So let's reset your top 10 for you here, as we have had a lot of shuffling here over the last 10-15 laps. Tom Senchek scored as your race leader. Kevin Ridley running in 2nd. Brandon Feeney, Alexander LaBrosse, your top 4 cars. And those are the cars that were still on the racetrack when our previous yellow flag came out, that turned the strategy completely upside down in this race. John Schweikart rounds out the top 5 right now aboard car number 1. He's going to start alongside early race leader, led the first 21 laps of this race, Claude Ferland aboard car number 43. 7th is Michael Ligori in car number 24. Mannix Richet, who's run as high as the top 3 here tonight, runs in position number 8. Jason Metcalf right now in position number 9. He's been in the top 5 for a good majority of tonight's race. And Jeff Cote, who started on the outside pole aboard car number 14, will start from the outside of row number 5. Those are your top 10 in the running order. Sylvain Joly, the last car on the lead lap, in position number 11. So this definitely shook up the running order. It will for sure shake up the point standings, as the lights are now extinguished aboard the iRacing Ford Mustang pace car. Tom Senchek, a driver who ran a season and 2 races with the Blacktop Rivalz Series before getting his first career win with this series, now stares down an opportunity at going 2 in a row. That would be incredible. Kevin Ridley, who got a win with us last season on the series, runs in 2. Brandon Feeney, Alexander LaBrosse, neither have wins here with the Rivalz Blacktop Series. And John Schweikart, your winner of round number 1 and your point leader coming into tonight, will restart 5th. We will have 4 laps to go as they cross the line. Green lights are back on. 4 laps to go from Texas. And Schweikart immediately dispatches of the 72 of LaBrosse. He will now go after Brandon Feeney down the back straightaway. That is the battle for position number 3. They're battling behind him as well, as Schweikart trying to bring the 43 of Ferland with him. And they are all over the back deck of Feeney off turn 4. Schweikart angles down to the inside lane, and he's going to try and take over 3rd into turn number 1. He's had one of the fastest cars all night long, but does he have enough time? 2.5 laps to go here with Tom Senchek, your race leader. Ferland takes over 4, and that'll drop Dick Feeney back to 5. They're side by side behind him, but here comes Schweikart. Schweikart down to the inside of Ridley. Ridley's able to keep his momentum up there on the top shelf, but here comes Schweikart down to the inside. Oh, they almost made contact there in turn number 1. Schweikart down to the inside, and he will take over 2nd. But now he is at least half a second behind Tom Senchek out front. Coming to the white flag this time, Ferland underneath of Ridley. But it is Tom Senchek aboard car number 8. Trying to win 2 in a row here with the Blacktop Rivalz Series in the Widow Jane Budweiser sponsored number 8. Down the back straightaway for the final time. He's got 0.6 of a second. He can just take it nice and easy here through 3 and 4. Tom Senchak, after not getting a race win with this series, will go 2 in a row. Senchak does the Texas two-step here with the Blacktop Rival Series. Schweikart comes home in second, Claude Ferland is third, Kevin Ridley fourth, and Mannix Richet will round out your top 5 tonight. Your hard charger of the race, Brandon Feeney, aboard car number 38, 21st to 6th. But it is Tom Senchak who will make his way to Blacktop Rivals Victory Lane for the second week in a row. And he's going to cut the donuts here at No Limits, Texas. Stay tuned, folks. We will head down to Victory Lane. You are watching the Blacktop Rivals Series, presented by Cote Millwright Services. Stay tuned.
This GeForce TV broadcast is brought to you by Northern Performance, Canada's largest stocking dealer of Hawk Performance brake pads. From street pads to race compounds, Northern has you covered. For free shipping Canada-wide, shop online 24/7 at northernperformance.ca.
What makes a trailer a Miska? Is it the heavy-duty Canadian steel they're made from? Or is it the exceptional finish that will last year after year? How about knowing that these are the best back trailers in the industry? These are the reasons you buy Miska. So what makes these trailers a Miska? It's the hard-working Canadians who craft them. We are Miska. We are Canadian tough.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave sausages and street dogs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
Welcome, race fans, to the virtual Texas Motor Speedway, where tonight Tom Senchak makes it 2 in a row to win here at Texas in round number 3 of the Blacktop Rival Series. We will talk to your top 3 finishers here as they talk amongst their teams here. Everybody kind of breaking down tonight's race. And I think the first driver that we'll bring in tonight here finished in position number 3, and that is Claude Ferland. And Claude, man, what another good run tonight. Not a win tonight, but another good points night for the 43.
Yes, thank you. My car is very fast. Texas is the track very fast.
The rule tonight, where you only had 2 sets of tires in the pits, that really made things interesting for guys tonight.
Oh yes, it's a different strategy. I changed my first set too fast. I missed my strategy a little bit.
Is that something that you guys will probably have to make adjustments to as we go forward?
Oh yes, it's a very fun. I thank you for my sponsor Sylvain Joly and Instadel and Installed.
Absolutely, man. You can't do it without the sponsors.
Yes, my sponsor Sylvain Joly, Instadel and Installed.
Awesome. Great run tonight.
Thank you.
All right, there's Claude Ferland, your 3rd place finisher here tonight. And now we'll talk to, for the second week in a row, another great points night. But John Schweikart, I know this is not what you wanted to leave Texas with tonight.
No, it's not what we wanted to leave. Me and Will, we worked hard this week. We brought a completely different setup because last week we were off and still salvaged something decent. But these cars were dialed in tonight. We were bad fast, and it proves with how many laps Will led and just how fast we were on short and long run.
With that, being said, the the 2 sets of tires rule tonight, that definitely jumbled up the strategy. Last week, pretty much every 20 laps, guys were coming down for tires and fuel. Tonight, not the case, because you had to manage those fresh tires.
I absolutely love the strategy call by the league to just give you two sets of tires. So our strategy was not pit. When we pit, we just take gas only, which made the car really loose, but we had such a lead, and then save our tires for the middle and second half of the race, which, prevailed. But then I don't do this that often, but man, there was a lot of guys that were not even looking in their mirrors tonight. So that made it frustrating and made some of the yellows happen that should never happened, and caused a lot of good strategies to go to hell in a handbasket real quick.
Yeah, and we saw that play out live. And in fact, there was a couple times tonight where, honestly, I'm not even trying to brag you up, but my God, I think a lesser driver would have just parked that car in the outside fence. I don't know how you saved that car tonight.
Are you talking about the turn 1 incident?
Yeah, you really had to chase it uphill.
I did. Thank God they moved the groove lower so that the way there's more room to the wall, because I think we dirt tracked it, which I think you guys are fans of dirt track. Maybe I should just go try my hand at that and not do this asphalt stuff anymore. But just overall, like, we've had some really good races, and I don't normally criticize other drivers. We all learn and we all run together, and they'll get it, and hopefully they listen to this broadcast. But man, some of them got to use their mirrors, like, especially with the diverse, group feel, like how quick some of these guys are. I really need to pay attention.
Absolutely, man. Well, we'll focus forward to next week's race, and you will definitely extend the point lead a little bit tonight. So a great run for you and the team. Tell us about all the folks that helped make it happen.
Yeah, big thanks to LaRue Esports, man. I really wanted Will to get a shot. He was in full catbird seat, was going to win this, hopefully, and he could have had his chance for an interview, and that's what I was really hoping for. So shout out to him and our crew over at LaRue, and hopefully we can turn this around for him.
All right, man. We'll see you next week.
All right, see you guys. Thanks for the broadcast.
Absolutely. There's John Schweikart, finishes in position number 2 tonight, and man, the champagne budget has gone up. Tom Senchuk, a season and 2 races before you get a win, and now you've won 2 in a row. I mean, I don't know what the Vegas odds would have been for that, but that would have been a great bet to take.
I would have taken it. I'm a big-time FanDuel bettor. I got Brad Keselowski this week if they ever get the race finished.
There you go.
But my wine fridge just can't handle all the champagne at this point. It's getting full.
Well, man, let's talk about, we talked before the race started tonight. Tires, how you manage your fresh tires, and strategy was going to play a big part in this race, and it played right into your hand. We talked to Kevin Ridley right before that last restart, and he said the strategy fell right into our hands, and I put you in that group with Kevin as well. I think both of you guys tonight had top 5 cars, but because of strategy and how a yellow flag fell, took those top 5 cars, and all of a sudden, here you guys are contending for the race win.
Yep, definitely a strategy race, 100% with the tire limit. It was a definite strategy race. Otherwise, I would have been in the pits every single caution. Tires are very important here. Very unfortunate what happened to Will. He was fast. John, I can't believe he made it back up to second after being trapped a lap down, but that second caution helped them get back up. They had really fast short run cars and decent long run cars. My car was tight, but it got better over the long run, and I was able to track them down a little bit on the long run, but those yellows definitely fell right into both of our laps, and it actually kind of helped John out too on the second, that last one, so he was able to get back up there. So I'm happy he at least salvaged that because he had a fast car.
Absolutely. You had a fast car yourself here tonight in order to keep that. And you mentioned something there a minute ago about, having to save the tires. How hard is that, knowing that you only got 2 sets of fresh tires to work with? How hard is it to save the tires, but at the same time still be competitive?
It's very hard. I was saving in the very beginning. I did get a little loose on that first lap, but I let some cars go by me. I wasn't going to let everybody go by me, but I wanted to save those right fronts because if you heat those up, you could definitely get into the outside wall coming out of 2. And that's really what I was afraid of. So we were saving, but with 6 laps to go, there was no saving.
No, definitely not, man. And you are able to bring it home. I mean, what does this race win mean to you? I know how much last week meant to you, but to come right back out and here in this new season, bang, bang, we've got 2 wins in the first 3 races. I mean, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. Last week was, the pinnacle, but this week really kind of solidifies that I belong racing with these guys because, I mean, this is probably the most competitive league when it comes to, you got LeBay and you got Trent and you got Schweikart and you got LaRue and you got Mannix and you got Claude and you got the Cotes and you just got Metcalf. You got everybody. They're all seriously super fast. And I'm not sure if they build their own setups, but if they do, they are pretty damn talented at that too.
Absolutely, man. Well, what a run for you here tonight. 2nd win in a row here on the series. Tell us about all the folks that helped make it happen. And man, I love the new scheme this year, man. That is sharp.
Thank you. Yeah. Everybody at RS Racing. Kyle unfortunately got into an accident in the very beginning there on the first lap. He is my partner. He's my teammate over at RS Racing. We worked on this setup and changed it about 777 times leading up to this race. We had 2 that we were really going to go between. I know it sounds weird to say this, but I think I chose the wrong one because it did get really tight after a little while. But like I said, strategy and all the guys back helping us build it. Kyle, fortunate night for him, but we got 2 for the team so far.
Absolutely, and two exciting ones at that, man. Congratulations again. And I said it last week. I'll say it again tonight. You get 6 more days to celebrate it. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. We'll bring it home at Watkins Glen, hopefully.
Hey, there you go. Hey, you're coming into our neck of the woods, man. That'll be fun.
All right, man. Cool. Thank you.
All right. There's your race winner tonight, Tom Senchek. And again, man, that story, just that headline writes itself. Here's a guy that went an entire season last season with very, very competitive cars, very, very competitive setups, and just was never able to break his way into victory lane. And then here he is, 2020, 2021, and he has now won 2 races in a row. Well, that's going to do it from No Limits, Texas, here in Fort Worth, Texas, here at the Texas Motor Speedway. And we want to thank you for joining in on tonight's live coverage. On behalf of Adam Ross, Clinton Jeffrey, Spencer Mullen, and the entire cast and crew here with the Rivalz Racing League and G-Force TV, on behalf of our executive producer of 3-9 Productions, Brad Ovens, my name is Steve Ovens, the voice of the Blacktop Rivalz Series, saying thank you for joining us, and we will see you at our next event live next Tuesday night at 9:15 right here on G-Force TV. From Fort Worth, Texas, congratulations to the 8 of Tom Senchek.
What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GeForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GeForce TV. And down to the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that. But don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell. And anytime there's new content uploaded to GeForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GeForce channel. This GeForce TV broadcast is brought to you by Northern Performance, Canada's largest stocking dealer of Hawk Performance brake pads. From street paths to race compounds, Northern has you covered. For free shipping Canada-wide, shop online 24/7 at northernperformance.ca.
What makes a trailer a Miska? Is it the heavy-duty Canadian steel they are made from? Or is it the exceptional finish that will last year after year? How about knowing that these are the best backed trailers in the industry? These are the reasons you buy Miska. So what makes these trailers a Miska? It's the hard-working Canadians who craft them. We are Miska. We are Canadian tough.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave sausages and street dogs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
A guy like this, who relies on his truck for work, knows that his truck will take care of him, that he takes care of his truck. And WeatherTech has always been the ultimate protection. From floor liners, to no-drill mud flaps, to tech liner for your truck bed, to bump step, to the handy under-seat storage system. And Cup Phone keeps phones secure in any cup holder. Order your ultimate protection today at weathertech.ca.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave chicken wings. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
This GeForce TV broadcast is brought to you by Northern Performance, Canada's largest stocking dealer of Coney shock absorbers. From street shocks to adjustable race dampers and even truck shocks, Northern has you covered. For free shipping Canada-wide, shop online 24/7 at northernperformance.ca.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave ribs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washouican Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivalz Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivalz and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.
This is a copyrighted production of 39 Productions, www.39designcompany.com, and may not be rebroadcast, replicated, or saved in any media without the explicit written permission of 39 Productions. The opinions expressed in this programming are those of the host, co-host, and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of the management and/or ownership of either 39 Productions, the advertisers, or our marketing partners.